In a remote African village, nestled between the towering hills and a dense, whispering forest, lived a woman known as Zara. She was beautiful, with long hair that flowed like silk and eyes that sparkled like the stars. However, Zara harbored a dark secret. Known among the villagers as the Night Woman, she enchanted the men of the village, luring them to her home with her charm and beauty. But once they crossed her threshold, they never returned. The village spoke in hushed tones of the men who had vanished, each mysteriously disappearing after a night with Zara. Many dismissed the rumors, fueled by jealousy or disbelief, but the men who did not heed the warnings often met a grim fate. They would enter her home, enchanted and eager, only to find themselves incapacitated by a potion she secretly mixed into her nightly brews. Under the cover of darkness, Zara would dispatch them, disposing of their bodies in the depths of the forest, where even the bravest dared not tread. As years passed, the number of missing men grew, and with it, the village became haunted by fear and sorrow. Mothers wept for their lost sons, wives mourned their husbands, and whispers of a curse swept through the community. Yet, despite the growing suspicions, Zara's beauty dazzled the villagers, and her victims continued to fall prey to her seduction. However, one fateful evening, a stranger arrived in the village. Dressed in a worn cloak and carrying a mysterious staff, he introduced himself as Kofi, a traveler seeking a place to rest. The villagers, desperate for any sign of hope or protection, told Kofi of the Night Woman and her cruel deeds. Intrigued and wary, Kofi decided to confront Zara, promising the villagers he would be the last man she would ever ensnare. That night, he approached her home, determined to unveil her true nature. Zara, seeing him as another easy target, welcomed him with open arms, offering him her enchanting drink. But Kofi was no ordinary man. Having traveled across many lands, he was familiar with the dark arts and their pitfalls. He cleverly accepted her drink but had prepared a countercharm of his own, ensuring that he would remain unaffected. As they talked and danced under the moonlight, Kofi began to unravel Zara's secrets. He questioned her about the missing men, skillfully leading the conversation to reveal her chilling confessions. Zara, feeling the warmth of her confidence fading under Kofi's piercing gaze, finally boasted of her conquests and the power she felt in deciding who lived and who died. Realizing he needed to act swiftly, Kofi summoned a powerful incantation that echoed through the night. The air crackled, and ghostly apparitions of the men she had killed emerged, their faces pale and hollow, eyes filled with rage and sorrow. Zara, suddenly aware of the consequences of her actions, tried to flee, but the spirits enveloped her, binding her in place. Kofi declared, "You have taken many lives, Zara. Now, the spirits of the fallen demand justice." As he spoke, the haunted souls revealed the truth of her wickedness, leaving Zara shaken and filled with panic. In a desperate attempt to escape, she sought to cast her potent potion on Kofi. But this time, he was prepared. With the power of the spirits behind him, he deflected her magic, and it ricocheted back, hitting Zara instead.
The evil she had bottled within herself now turned against her, consuming her with the pain and suffering she had caused. Screams filled the night air as Zara transformed, her beauty fading, replaced by a grotesque figure representing all the lives she had stolen. In a final moment of horror, she was dragged into the depths of the very forest where she had hidden her victims, never to be seen again.